and welcome to episode 8 of the Fee and Drew Show, where we talk about one marriage, 2 children, 1 dead dog. How are you going?
I'm really well, actually. Thank you for asking.
That's my pleasure.
Yes, I'm wearing a bit of red today because we went out yesterday?
Yesterday?
No. Was it yesterday?
Night before.
Night
Friday.
before.
Sunday.
Friday night. As they lifted lockdown, we had to go and celebrate.
After our 3 days of being locked down.
We weren't even locked down for
One
that
day.
time. We were pretty lucky, actually. We were in Harvey Bay, so we didn't have to lock down there. Anyway, then our beautiful friends, Jacinta and Tyson, said, why don't you come over to our place to celebrate and let's do a French theme. So it was so much fun.
So that's why you're in the red?
Yes, but I put the red lipstick on, and one time I've put it on before, and you've actually gone, oh no, I don't like that on you.
Can't imagine I've ever said that.
And then when I wore it that night, you said, oh no, I think it looks quite good. So now I'm going to wear it all the time.
Well, I think it's in context, really.
But it looks good today, doesn't it?
Looks fantastic.
There
You
you
always
go.
look good.
See?
I can't imagine I've ever said you didn't look good.
I know. Anyway, so
What
there
about-
you go.
what about me? Well, no, keep going. You got more to say.
No, I was going to say, I was naturally going to ask you, but now you're prompting me, which sounds really fake, and I wasn't being fake. Because I do think it's a little bit weird for our podcasters that my husband's sitting here beside me in a shiny gold shirt. And I'm talking shiny. And I think it's not breathable at all because I think the sweat underneath that material is going to be horrendous.
We had to turn the lighting down today. It was bouncing around and doing all manner of things. So what I think we've discovered is we've got a new segment called Hunty's Haute Couture section.
Oh.
Yeah?
Oh.
That's my French word. That's my first French
there you
word.
go.
Got 4 coming at you. 4 French words coming at you.
Okay.
Haute Couture. So this is my Haute Couture, my high fashion segment. I'm in the gold. Well, it's actually a homage to the Maillot Jaune. Got it?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, that's it. It's my homage. It's my tribute
Yeah,
to the
to
Maillot
Maillot
Jaune, the yellow jersey.
There you
It's
go.
kind of gold, but it's yellow. So
Yeah.
there we go.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, because every day of the tour, it's like a gold medal for them. I don't think people appreciate.
I think that people that ride bikes and watch the tour like we do,
Yeah.
they appreciate
So
it.
much emotion. It's amazing.
So much emotion.
Yeah.
So many crashes.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, if you just want to go and look at the first 2 days and you're not really interested in the tour, just go and have a look at the crashes that they survive. It's insane.
How good it's been. It's only been a week since we mentioned it last week. So much going on. Get on board. It's
Anyway,
wonderful.
yeah, it's very good.
Loving it.
Loving it. So, what are we going to do?
We're going to, this show is about 2 cool cats just getting after it, bringing back the joy. And in today's episode, we're going to have pretty similar stuff, a weekly touch point.
And then a walk down memory lane, and it's 40 to 45. We're getting old.
We're going to explore Fee's thought bubble.
Oh, yes. And then Hunty's dinner time, a table lesson.
Yeah, hot topic of the week.
Partner's request corner.
And then we're going to have a G2 round out. What's your weekly touch point?
Right. Now, why weekly touch points, seeing as we're doing all the tour, is I wanted to look up what the females get. Because I'm a female, so I wanted to check out, come on a sec, hang on, we watch all these blokes ride around in tight lycra. What about the women?
Yeah.
What's going on with them? So I am thrilled to announce, thrilled, no seriously, I have to put my glasses on for this. It's massive. Women will race their own Tour de France next summer in 2022. So a proper tour. Beforehand, they've run a version of it, but it's never been really highly recognised. They're actually going to be rewarded with a yellow jersey for doing it. So
I thought it was matched like for like at the front
No.
of the front
elite
of it.
female cyclists will be part of the world's famous bike race next summer, when the tour will hold the women's stage race for the first time since the 1980s.
I'm surprised by
There
that.
you go.
I thought there was one. Obviously doesn't get the coverage.
Women
but
have been riding the men's route in recent years, urging race officials to include them in racing in the cycling crown jewel. Now they've got their own shot at the yellow jersey.
Yep.
This is a huge moment for professional women's cycling, said pro rider Anna van der Bergen in a statement about the plans. Noting the tour's status as a marquee event, she added, it's been a long dream for many of us to compete in the Women's Tour de France. So it's going to go exactly a week after the men's race, which I'm super excited about because we've got a plan on going over there, not next year, but some stage.
Absolutely.
That means we'll be able to stay there double the amount of time to watch the men do it and then watch the women do it.
Sounds
and
pretty good
it'll
to
be
me.
really exciting.
Even
I think
longer
it's
trip.
great.
It's great.
So I'm really, really excited for them. I think it's so good that, women, they can ride bikes, man.
I thought it was. I didn't think it got as much coverage, but anyway, there we go.
No, but that's what the other thing I just wanted to note. I do hope that the SBS, like they do with the men's, that they actually cover the women's race as well a bit and give us some highlights of it. That's all we want, but you know, we've got to get that out there for women's sport. It's just as important as the men's.
I thought it was already
it's
there.
really
Anyway,
exciting.
said
Well,
that.
that's what I'm saying. You thought it was already there, so you didn't really know. That's a bit of a shame.
I feel like I've ridden about 250 Ks. I'm sweating up, man. Whoa! It's extraordinary. Right, that's your weekly touch point. Pretty
There
good.
you go.
Hey, I did want to say, I mentioned it at the French dinner, just for people out there that don't know, what is the significance of the yellow jersey? It was a newspaper that was flagging in its distribution. They weren't selling enough papers. So that's actually how they started the race. They made the race up to give them something to write about. And the fact of the matter was, the newspaper was on yellow parchment. And that was
how
the
the yellow
origins of the
jersey-
race. There you go, yellow jersey. Go to a dinner party, drop that in, you look like a superstar.
Yeah.
People
Well, I
made-
tried to, and then I got it all wrong, apparently.
No, you didn't get it wrong. I was aware.
I
of-
just wasn't telling the right story.
Yeah, and that's progress for me this year to not be so.
No, but you did do it.
Yeah, no, I hijacked it because I had a very clear idea of how I wanted the story to be told,
Exactly,
and
so
you're
I just
missing the
stopped.
point that I wanted you to say. But I need to get better at just going. Doesn't matter. It's okay.
It's all right.
It's all good.
There you go.
That's not commentary on you. It's commentary on me going. Whatever happens is okay. I've got to let stuff go.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
40 to 45.
40 to 45. We moved up here to the beautiful Sunshine Coast. We started at Castaways Beach.
Yes.
I had a look at the property before you even came up. So I was a little bit on tenterhooks when you moved up to make sure I'd got it right.
Because we were coming up here with a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Mm.
And I'd said to Hunty, said, please make sure there's a bath. That was the only thing I said, is I need a bath.
And a
because
3-year-old dog. He was only
Yep,
3.
three.
Oh,
Oh,
goodness.
Harry.
Young.
And yeah, excuse me, but so we moved up here, and I said, please make sure there's a bath. And the only thing there wasn't was bath.
As you say that now, I never heard that. I was never even looking for a bath.
Yeah, because the
Did
boys
you?
loved having baths, and it was really easy for Lockie to sit in the bath and wash it. Anyway,
House
doesn't
is right.
matter.
It was good.
So the house was great.
Yeah.
We were very lucky.
So I drove up from Melbourne with the dog for 2
Oh
days.
my gosh! And the dog had the best trip ever.
He did?
I
Yeah,
wonder
we
if
put-
we've even got a photo. We've probably got a
I don't
photo
know,
somewhere.
we put the seat down
So we
and-
put the front passenger seat down as low as it could go,
Yeah.
and Harry just got to lay out on it. He had
Right.
more room than Drew did.
Yeah.
Like we had all our furniture, like everything jammed in the car.
Hmm.
And then I had to fly up with the 2 boys. So I had a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old in
Yeah.
the airport getting on the plane, and we timed it so that by the time I landed in Brisbane, you'd pretty much be driving into
Yep.
Brisbane Airport to pick us up.
Yep.
And I know you all think that's a bit weird, but it actually worked incredibly
Yeah,
well.
right.
You were only 30 minutes late.
Yeah.
You did so well. And then we all had to rearrange the dog, and the poor dog then is like, he was like shoved in the boot, and he's like this. And we're like, well, you know,
Yeah,
you've
he's
had your
right.
12 hours of driving. That's the luxury.
We also
of
timed it. We had
It's
Christmas,
hilarious.
and I drove up, and the Sydney test had started, so I had cricket on
that's
the
right,
radio.
you were very happy.
Cricket on the radio for 2
Yeah.
days. It was perfect.
Yeah, that's what you do. Anyone that wants to send their husband on a long road trip, make sure there's some cricket on. You're right.
So we moved up here. I started my obsession with triathlon. Had a friend Justin that was doing an Ironman, and I said, I'll do a half with you. I'm never doing an Ironman, so I did a half with him, and thought it was terrible. But within 4
But
days,
you were on that road up at Yeppoon.
yeah,
And
that's-
now they've resurfaced it and
Yeah.
everything, but when that was there, and it was just like riding along corrugated iron
carnage
for
everywhere.
3
People's
hours,
bottles
weren't
and
they?
spits
It's
falling
hilarious.
off their bike and stuff. So
Full bottom.
that was horrible. I said I'll never do that again. Within 4 days, I think I was going to sign up to an Ironman. But no,
Yeah.
the thing that got me doing an Ironman, I was worried about the 3.8 kilometre swim. And we were going to a lunch somewhere one day. And I said, I'm just going to go for a swim. And we went up to the canal.
Yeah.
And I went for a
that's
swim.
right. Oh my
And I got lost in the Noosa waterways there, and ended up swimming 3.8 k's. I went, oh, that wasn't so bad. I can do that.
And then he got out of the canal,
Yeah.
and then we were somewhere else, and he told them the story
Yeah.
about swimming in the canal, and they went, yeah, that's not a good thing to do. There's actually bull sharks in there.
Lots of bull sharks in there. Were you swimming on your own?
And we were like, oops. Oh dear.
So
So,
there we go.
thank goodness we've still got you here. You didn't get bitten by a bull shark.
I don't do any swimming in the canals on my own anymore. No,
no.
the bull shark's warm, so they
Yeah.
come in to mate in there.
So Ollie started school,
Yep.
started prep, and he had this great teacher called Richard who absolutely loved Kiss and the band
Kiss? I thought it was AC/DC.
No,
Yeah.
it was Kiss.
Yeah.
And all he'd do is play Kiss all the time. And Oliver at 5 years of age was coming home strumming guitars,
Yeah.
air guitars,
Yeah.
and singing along to Kiss. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was very, very funny. That's when we first learned about Oliver and how attentive he can be at school. He's a bit like me. So we went for the parent-teacher interview, and Richard said, Oliver is the type of child, and he's trying to be quite delicate about saying it, and then he just said it, and he said, if a bird farts, Oliver would hear it first.
Yeah.
And we were just
If
like,
a bird farts, he'd be distracted.
okay.
And we're like,
yeah.
right.
Okay, yeah, good. That's sort of laid the path for his future. So we've asked all birds in the near proximity to never fart when Ollie's around. Keep it in, because then he'll concentrate.
Yeah, and he can get down to his
Yeah,
studies.
exactly.
Yeah,
So it's worked out perfectly, actually. And what was Lockie doing? Lockie was just plodding along and going to daycare. Jelly
growing up,
babies.
being a
I think it
baby.
was. Jelly babies?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was starting school 5 years later.
And I was doing, what was I doing? Oh, I brought my dental job up here
Yep.
with me. I was doing my lab work, and you were sweeping pools.
I came up jobless. I started vacuuming swimming pools in one of the resorts. I
Pacific.
did a little bit of personal training for a bit, and then realised why I'd left it in the first place, because it was horrific. And I said to the guy, I can't do this. Because I was asking the questions. I was going, so what do you want to achieve? And I was going, I don't actually care. Couldn't care less what you want to achieve. I was cooked on it. It had been too much. But I ended up going back into a science lab for a little bit.
Oh,
and
yeah, I went to Nambour Hospital and worked there.
And then I started with motoring around my 40th birthday. I did the first Ironman, and then flew down to Sydney and started training with there. So doing pharmaceutical repping.
So there you go.
So there we go.
So and then I swapped over. Oh, and I worked at Secrets for a while. Secrets. So I did some retail work with a very good friend of ours, Alice Jones, who we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
The Joneses. We caught up with them, which was lovely. And so I used to sell customized fake diamonds.
So there wasn't as many adventures in those 5 years, was there?
The children were growing or at school.
Yeah.
So, but it was still, we're so happy that we decided to have that. Like we said in the last episode, we had that moment where I just took him out for dinner and I said, we're unhappy, and we've got to action this, because otherwise we're going to stay unhappy and it's just going to end up being horrible. So we're so glad that we took the chance, because I guess the thing is that, sometimes just taking that risk can really pay off. And look, other times it doesn't, and we know that that's life, but for us it's really paid off, and we love being up here. So we're
living
10 years now.
Living 800 metres from the beach. It was awesome.
Yeah,
It was great.
because that's the one thing with Drew. He goes to the beach pretty much every
I
day.
knew you were going to say that. Knowing the beach there is enough.
I know we've had this conversation before, because I've mentioned it before, because I'm a country girl and he's apparently a beach boy, because he wants to be near the beach.
Triathlon just took over. Before that, I was at the beach a lot. Surfing, swimming.
Surfing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We'll find some video footage of you surfing. You're
will.
quite good at it.
Yeah. I'm not the greatest, but
Anyway,
there we go.
There you go. So that's 40 to 45.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. All right. My thought bubble for this week.
Right.
Okay, so take two.
Take two. We're back. You might not have seen a seamless merge there, but Feast Thought Bubble, I fell out. I fell out of it. I didn't feel it. I lost. So we're going to go again.
it.
I didn't like it. We went a bit negative. I don't know.
I started to cry.
You okay?
No, because I'm crying. Look at me. I'm traumatized, babe.
We're back. We're back in like nothing ever happened.
So I've got another
So we're
thought
going to try again. I'm going to listen. I'm going to respond. We're not going to get all whatever happened before. You missed it all.
So my thought bubble for this week
Yes, Fiona.
would you like to know what it is?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Naming of babies.
Hey, babies.
Yes, because you mentioned...
Oh, I did, yes.
Because you mentioned to me this week on Iron Man Talk, there you go.
Yep.
We'll mention them because maybe they'll mention us one day.
Yeah.
That Usain Bolt had named
His child Thunder. I think that's fantastic. I loved it. I wish I had the surname Bolt, and I wish I had a son called Thunder.
No. I don't agree with it. I think it's a bit silly. I just have always feared that... Now, this started way back with Chris Martin and Gwyneth
Apple.
Paltrow.
I was about to say Apple. Classic.
Keep cutting in on me all the time, but that's okay. We can always do take three. I always thought when you're out at a nightclub, although, or a rave, I don't even know what people go to anymore, and the music's really loud and someone's going to, what's your name? And you're going, Apple. And they're going, what? I don't want an apple. Like, what is that? So when this guy, unless he's actually built like
He'll be built.
Like, what's his name? Who plays Thor?
Thor, James.
No.
You know your name. He'll be watching.
No, not Heath Ledger. He died.
Oh, he did.
Hemsworth.
Chris.
Yes.
Hey, Chris.
If you're built like Chris Hemsworth, you could go up and say to a girl, "My name's Thunderbolt."
Yeah.
That would be fine.
Yeah.
But if you're not, I mean, imagine if he is not exactly like his dad.
So
I just think it could be awkward. So my thought bubble for this week is like naming children.
So
it's quite, a thing that you have to consider.
It is, because something you got for the rest
And
of your
I
life.
just
You
think
don't
it's
have
a
to.
lot of people will be very lucky that they've got things as, what are they called? Depoles or something, where you can go and change your name anyway.
So your sister had the thought that you need to be able to be on the back porch calling your child and make sure it works all right with the second name.
Yes, with the surname.
Oliver Griffith.
No, with the last name.
All right.
That's why we couldn't call our children Harry Hunt.
No, that doesn't work. We've got to keep this clean. I did like Cool Mo D. If we were going to have girls, I did like...
And then Lachlan in the car yesterday, he
Said
turned
it?
around and goes, "Actually, Dad,
Shaniqua for a girl.
Hunt would have been quite good.
Destiny.
That would have been
Destiny
his
Hunt.
name.
Yeah.
Shaniqua. There you
Classic.
go.
Fast. I've always liked Fast. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
For the podcasters, I'm pulling very strange faces
Usain
at the
Bolt's
moment.
son has been named Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt.
There
It
we
is
go.
pretty funny.
All
so
right.
there you go. That's my thought bubble.
These thought
for the
bubble. I think it's a bit of thought bubble. We'll have it in the archives, the old thought bubble, when 10 years later we go, what was that thought bubble that never made the cut?
week. No, we won't. I'll just tell you all about it later.
Hot topic of the week last week was...
Where would you go?
Where would you go? We've got some
when
responses.
we're first allowed to get out.
Yeah. What were your responses? You've got them
So,
written down. Can you remember them?
I've got one from Leah, and she said Italy. And then that seems to be the vote.
Yeah.
Because Lizzie also said Italy.
Yep.
So the boot is in.
Right.
The boot is in. But then Sarah Jane, she did a whole thing too on her Facebook page saying that.
Whole
and
itinerary.
she had a whole itinerary. And I quite liked her itinerary. So Esther, I'm coming with you actually. This is what I've decided. So it was Sardinia, Ibiza, Capri, Milan, Madrid, then home via Miami. I'm there. I could do that.
Doesn't it? It's
I
all right.
don't have a problem with any of that.
They're
I
all
think
up
it's
and
quite good.
going?
And actually, I could go with those other two as well, Lee and Lizzie, to Italy, because I do like Italy as well. I think it's quite good.
Yeah.
So that was a successful one.
Yeah.
Hot topic of the week.
I had some thoughts about that actually.
Ooh,
I thought just
go on then.
closer to home. Anna Willett, I'd go and see her at KL
Oh,
in
yes.
Malaysia.
Yes, we've been promising to do that for a while.
Close to home, realistic, place to be open. I don't know whether Europe's still all open or whether you're still
Kuala
going to...
Lumpur's got a lot of problems with COVID still, though. That's what Anna says. So it's not going to be open for a while. I think it's Singapore that they're talking about opening
right.
the bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
KL,
anyway.
they've got some adventuring out in the hills and stuff like that. Yeah.
Fun.
This week's thought... No, what are we doing? Hot topic of the week. What's your favourite board game? We're in school holidays at the moment and we've been trying to go, no device time, come on, what are we doing? And Lockie is all over the Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Yeah.
It's a good one. So, yeah, we've been... Well, you haven't played it at all. It's been Ollie, myself and Lockie playing it. And Lockie ended up with a hotel on Kings Avenue, which meant that when I landed on it, I had to pay $2,000 to him.
All you need is that and the
I
stations
was
and
out.
you're away.
No, I was gone.
Yeah.
I couldn't even afford to keep playing.
Clean you
Done.
out. It's like life.
It was
Get cleaned
another
out.
sad moment. I'm having quite a few sad moments this week.
Don't do that. Give it up. Yeah, what's your favourite board game? That's fun.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
tell us what that is.
All right, Hunty's life lesson. Okay, so I didn't actually deliver it this week, but it did get me thinking about it. And I think I've delivered a little bit of this before. When I came home yesterday and you were in the garage doing some workout with the boys, and Lockie was doing a few curls and trying to do the stretch, and I can't do it.
My legs don't work.
And I was saying that guy's got to control his stories, you know. So this is a life lesson for everyone. A little bit is about.
For you a bit too?
Me too, absolutely. Yeah, for sure, for all of us, you know, is just got to control the stories in our head. That is what your world can become. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like Lockie's going into the garage doing a demo. I can't do this. I want to be on my device. Instead of the story being, do you know what? I've never done this before. I'll give it a go. See what
Do you
I
know
can
the
do.
trick with that though was
Yeah.
when he was doing the arm curls, I said to him, be like one of those weightlifters in the gym where when you flex your arm, you watch your muscle work like that, you know, like you do that. And he started doing it. He started giggling because he could actually see his muscle working.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
going, it's quite cool, isn't it? And he's going, no, like this. But then you'd see him looking down and going, oh, yeah, I can is it working, baby? And I thought, yeah, I've got him.
Yeah.
I've got him.
That's
Yeah,
good.
hooked him
Yeah.
in. Hooked him.
So I was ready when I saw his little party to jump in with a story of control your stories, mate. But you were doing that, and I didn't need to do that at all.
It's very good. You let it.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
I was controlling my stories, going, actually, no, I don't need to do that. You're
Very
doing
good.
it.
And yes, and you hadn't been a part of it at all anyway, so you can't.
Control the stories in your
No.
head in relation to what you're thinking about things. Your life will be magic.
Yes.
There we go. That was my
Thought
life lesson.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Partners for Quest Corner. How did we go last week? What did you...
Right, so I am still to watch Snowtown.
We'll
for
get there.
All of those
Don't worry about
out
it.
there.
We'll-
And apparently
we'll
you're
pack
just
it.
downloading it now.
No, I'm not downloading it. I've got it. It's there.
Oh,
It's
he's
ready
got
to go.
it.
Yeah.
He's ready to go. That. And then for me, it was don't do any spoilers
For the tour?
The tour.
Because we're watching the hour replay? No, I nailed it.
I
It
am
was perfect.
completely
Fantastic.
successful. I have said nothing. And my dad, Keith,
Mm-hmm.
he tried to tell me something and I went, la, 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 la,
Yeah.
la. I'm not allowed to hear. Do
Yeah.
not let me hear it because otherwise I'll be in serious trouble. And then you said,
Yeah, one of the doctors gave away a little bit because he watched some of it last night. He said, "Oh, this person was leading till the end." I was like, "Da da 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 da," but I don't actually remember what he said when I went to watch it again. But,
yeah, but you did come home and almost say to me,
I
this
said-
doctor, and I thought, oh, he's doing the furphy,
Yeah,
right? But you didn't,
yeah.
so it's all good.
That's been good.
Safe.
Beyond not giving us spoilers,
Yes.
you have been saying, "Should we watch the tour now?" You've been on it, and it's been
I've
very
been
exciting.
enjoying
It's
it.
great. It's fantastic.
I like
Appreciate that. Thank you.
But I like it.
My Partners Quest Corner was to not come with complaints, but come with solutions.
Yes.
I just think I closed my mouth for the week, so that solved that problem. So I did all right.
It's so true. You haven't said anything.
I've pretty much just been talking less.
Maybe that's what I'm
to
going to
solve
do.
that.
Is every week I've just got to say that
Yeah.
as my partner's request
Yeah.
corner, and then it'll be great.
There you go.
You'll just be really
Didn't
quiet
find any
in the
solutions,
house.
but had less complaints because I just stopped talking.
Oh, that's funny.
That's all right. That kind of works, doesn't it?
That's funny. Yep.
So my request of you this week is a little bit in that territory.
Okay.
And it's for me as well.
Oh, okay.
Let's not ask each other how our work days went because we know the answer.
Okay. That's
Do you know
fair.
what I mean?
Yeah, I can do that.
We work jobs
But
that
the boys ask us. Are the boys allowed to ask us?
no,
Yeah,
well,
they can.
no,
No, do you know what? I think they should be allowed to ask us.
Right.
And then we've got to learn to rephrase it in a way that gives us positivity to what we're actually looking to do in the future anyway.
So we're in jobs that don't inspire
Satisfy
us. They're-
Anyway, we don't need to go too
Anyway,
into it.
but no, just to give context around that. But when we come home and say, "How your day?" we often go, "Yeah." So let's not ask that question because if
Good
it's,
idea.
we don't need
Yeah,
to
well,
do that.
if we don't ask it,
Yeah.
it'll be just like you saying, work out your solutions, and
Just talk less.
you just won't have
go.
anything to say. It's perfect.
Focus on things that are bringing us alive.
Right, and my partner's request corner is, and I just came up with this before too, was you have to find me a Haute Couture top to wear next week as well, because I want to be in the party.
Okay,
So you have to find me something fancy.
I have to buy you something new.
No,
I got to
just
find.
you can find something just
Oh,
that it is, designed and looking good.
So I'm picking your
we can
outfit for next
yeah,
week's show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
And I'll take a photo for podcasters so you can see what he did choose for me.
And you'll wear whatever I
promise
choose
that
for
I
you?
will wear it
yeah. Okay.
as long as it's got fairly good coverage. Let's say that. I'm not revealing myself online to
All right.
people, darling.
Okay.
This is quite
Fair
a
enough.
sensitive body
Yeah.
and I've got to look after it.
Yeah.
All right?
Fair enough.
How's that?
Okay.
That's quite a good one, isn't it?
All right. Yeah. Good.
Cool.
G2 round out.
Well, I'm just grateful for the fact. See, now you sort of stuffed me with that because you wouldn't let me do my other.
Or do you a little
bubble.
bit now then? Do you
And-
spice it up with your little bubble there?
No. So
Yep.
that's what I was going to be grateful for, but it doesn't make any sense now.
No. Give it some
So-
context there. You'll be right.
No. So I'm grateful for the fact that I chose Oliver and Lachlan as baby names because I feel they can grow up with them quite successfully and they're not going to want to go to the depot and change their names.
Yeah.
Like when I was adopted,
Yeah.
did you know this? My name was actually Catherine.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm
Had
a
you
Catherine.
asked me that without saying it, could I have recalled it? No.
And it's not that mum and dad changed it by depot. It's just that they give the baby a name because they don't want it to be nameless. Because
Yeah.
here she is,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
There you go. So, and I've often said to people, do you see me as a Catherine?
Oh.
And people go, oh, no.
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 Not even close.
No. A Kate? No.
No.
No?
It's Catherine Kate.
Yeah.
Is it?
Did you not know that? A lot of people that are Catherine are called Kate.
I thought it was Kathy.
Or Kat.
Yeah.
Or Kathy.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's lots of abbreviations for it. Yeah, so there you go. So I'm grateful that we've given our children that a name that I feel, and this is because I'm old-fashioned, that I feel that they can go out to a nightclub and yell, I'm Oliver!
Yeah.
Or I'm Lachlan!
I'm now intrigued what your gratitude roundout was from the thought bubble that got culled. We're going to have to tell. The thought bubble that got culled was a little bit around with some...
No, you can't tell them.
Okay.
No.
I'm
going to have a rant and rave about it privately on my Facebook page instead. So it's just a secret.
All right.
Yeah.
There
No, you banned it.
The intrigue that we're creating is amazing. My G2 roundout is, I'm not sure whether I've done this in the last 8 episodes. I'm grateful for that book that landed in my lap this year, The Resilience Project, Finding Happiness Through Empathy, Gratitude and Kindness. Because it's...
It hasn't helped at all.
No, it's a work in progress. No, seriously, I know. I feel like I've regressed a little. But that's okay. It was never going to be an easy fix.
Oh, no. I think you need to read it again.
Yeah. Or something like that.
Reread it.
No, I need to start doing my gratitude journal again. It was a book that woke me up a little bit to going, I'm not as happy as I can be or should be with this amazing life that I have around me. And I've regressed a little bit to old thought patterns. So I'm just reminding myself that
So he's putting on a gold shirt.
Putting on a gold shirt. Doing that. Starting a podcast.
Yeah. Doing it all.
Doing it all. There we go.
Bit of fun.
Yeah.
All we need to do now is... Well, that's the end of the thing, so I won't say it yet. Get a dog, I was going to say.
Get a dog.
But that's what we say at the end.
Yeah.
That would be a bit weird.
Thanks, Susie, for thinking of us. There's a
rescue dog.
That she mentioned for us.
Lab part Kelpie.
Yeah.
And stuff. So if anyone's interested, let us know, and we'll put you in contact with Susie. But we're not quite ready for a dog
yet.
Not
Thanks,
yet.
Susie.
But thanks you for thinking of us. Yeah. All right. I reckon that's it.
Thanks for the
We
love.
managed to piece that together. So all we need you all to do is subscribe.
Yes.
Like. Share.
Yep.
Talk about us.
Yep.
Send beautiful letters.
Comments. Beautiful
really
comments.
Lovely comments.
Beautiful comments.
We just want only beauty.
Yeah.
Beauty flowing in and out.
Yeah.
Because that's what you get from us.
Yeah. There we go.
So do all of that, and that's it.
That's it. One life.
Two big dreamers.
Go get a dog.
a dog.
See ya.
Bye.